welcome to my new video. And today we're gonna be making a moveset for Luffy from One Piece in Multiversus. And this will be the most I've gone into a moveset because not only am I making a moveset for base form Luffy, I'm also making movesets for 3 of his forms. And this moveset video will also include spoilers for the climax of the one arc from the manga, so if you're not caught up with the manga and are anime only watcher, then I'd suggest maybe uh, you go on for away, or at least go away when I'm finished with the third form, because the spoilery part will be the fourth and final form. So yeah, without any further ado, cue the intro. And quickly, before continuing with the video, I would appreciate it if you could leave a like, comment and subscribe. It's free and goes really quickly, but it would help me. And if I do make money, I can make more of these videos for you to enjoy. Because it would cause me to not have to look for a job as much as I do now. But on with the video. Alright, so first off, the first thing I have to think about Luffy is his base form. And of course, getting out of the way, I think just like it was with Eren, the neutral special will be gear transformation to go into the new gears. And these gears will consist of Bounce Man, Snake Man, and the Gear 5. And I don't want to have any, back transformations on the forms themselves. About them to go back. Because, but I feel like the forms, they give you a power up, but once you've used it and go back here in a weakened state for a while, because the Gear 4, he can't use Heki for a while, and Gear 5 also drains him, which is when he goes out of it. But now let's go on to the actual attacks. First up, the side special, I think should be Red Hawk. It's one of his most iconic moves and should really be a move he has, and I doubt anyone would disagree with that. And an up special, he doesn't really. I thought the perfect move to go for up special would be Storm, which he used against Crocodile. And I feel like the longer you hold, the longer it will go, but only for a certain amount you can hold it, of course. And then the down special, I think, should be Battle Axe, which is the move he used to finish Arlong. And now for air down special, I think should be Red Rock, as it's the first move he ever used that could hurt Kaido. And then for air up special, I think should be UFO, because it does give him a little airtime, just not a lot. And then for the neutral attack, because it sends you flying, I think the perfect fit would be Bazooka. And those are the moveset. That is the moveset I have for the base form of Luffy. and I let you watch the moveset for yourself for a while. And now going on to Gear 4 Bounceman Luffy. I think the neutral special for this should be Kong Organ Gun, which he used against Cracker in the Whole Cake Island arc. Then the side specials should be Culverine, which he used against Doflamingo. It literally keeps following after it expanding, and I think something you could do with that is that Luffy himself won't move, but what you're moving is the arm. And if you're hit, then the cancel gets attacked, but you can continuously just pursue someone with the arm, and they can't hit your arm, just your body. And then for the down special, I think should be Kong Gatling, which would be a pretty amazing move to have downwards, as it's what he first used to hit Kaido when he met him, but though it didn't do anything because he couldn't use advanced armament or advanced conquerors or Gear 5. Now for the up special, I couldn't really find a lot, but I went ahead with the headbutt, as you can see here, where he just puts his head in and then shoots it out. And I got the idea because in the Doflamingo match, there is an attack where he goes upwards, where he just flies upward and just has his head against him. It wasn't this attack here, but I think mixing the two together would make for a nice attack. And then for the neutral attack, I think should be Kangan. And you hold it and it gets bigger and stronger, and at the peak it becomes King Kangan. And then for the air side special, I think should be Rhino Schneider. And that's about it for Gear 4. I didn't have quite as many attack ideas as Beast for Luffy. There was one more Edward Beast for Luffy, but then again we have seen him more in action than we have seen Gear 4 Bounceman in action. Which brings me on to, before we go into the next one, is so you can look at the moveset here on screen for a while. I will also show all 4 movesets by the end, so you will see them all, either two side by side comparison. Now moving swiftly along to Gear 4, this is the one we've seen the least of. We've seen only versus Katakuri and a little bit against Kaido. So I only have 4 moves that I've been able to think up for him in this form. And first is a down special that I thought of Kong Gatling and then thought just change it to Hydra instead, which is weaker but faster, so it's harder to dodge. And then we have, for the side special, it's kind of like Wolverine, but again it's Python, so it's faster, but not as strong. And then for the neutral attack, for the same thing with King Cobra, which is again faster but not as strong, which is the thing with Snake Man. Bounce Man is stronger, but Snake Man is faster, which is what he needed against Katakuri to be faster, which is why he got Snake Man for that. And then the up special would be Headbutt again, but just make it so it's faster and instead, and leaving it on the screen for a while now. And now finally we're going into what has only been shown in the manga. So although you saw a glimpse of it in the base form with what he can transform into, he does something that's been around on the internet. The moves he uses are pretty wild, and I think if you haven't seen them yourself, you should click off now, because it's something you want to see for yourself. But moving swiftly along now, for those who want to stay, the neutral special I think should be jump rope, where you just grab someone, and because he's in his awakening, he can make people rubbery, so he just stretches them out and makes them into a jump rope, which would be a fun move. Which is all Gear 5 is fun and goofy while also very powerful. And then the down special and the air down special, I'll bring them up both now because I think both of them can be interchangeable which one you want to be which. But I just meant, so you decide yourself. I just put lightning in down special as when he grabs the lightning and then throws it at Kaido. And for the air down special, I'll use a giant storm. Though I think they would, and both of them would be amazing moves for down attacks. And then for the side special, I think should be where he grabs someone with one arm, just like he did with Kaido. And it would be also nice to have it become bigger if the enemy you're grabbing is bigger. And then you throw them away or something. Or either throw them or hit them like he did with Kaido. Where he just uses it like a whip against the ground. And then the up special, I think, should be where he pulls the ground, which can be used to block attacks and to bounce back projectiles. And for the neutral attack, I think should be the spinning punch, which if you hold, it will make the duration longer. And maybe you could even have what's it called? A perk that's unique to him that makes it even longer. Just like they did with Morty's hammer. And finally, the last attack I want to talk about is the airside special, which I think should be none other than run through air, because it's an amazing air save attack, which the airside special usually is. And now leaving that for the screen sometime, and that's Gear 5. And finally, showing all of them side by side. And yeah, that's it for the video. Bye.